Hi everyone, very good evening guys. I hope all of you are doing well, and by now I'm sure you're well versed with all the features that we are coming out with in the upcoming version X of PrepLadder. And today we are adding on another feature, and that is going to be the Notes X, which are going to be launched of course alongside the new video lectures. So I guess in the previous time when we met, I did give you a brief about all the features that have been added, whether it is to do with the video lectures or the Q bank or everything that has been made new, along with the new language that is a English video lecture. So all of that, of course, you know, but today I'm going to talk about primarily about the notes, which are now, of course, changing as well in accordance with the video lectures. So of course over here the notes are going to be very well structured, they are concise, and they have been made again after keeping all of your feedback in mind and owning up to it that last time we did receive a feedback saying that the notes were probably bulky and there was a lot of text that was written. They were not probably bulletized the way you expected them to be. So keeping all of that feedback in mind, we have restructured the notes, and of course we are ready with them, and hence I'm here today. I hope all of you are doing well, and just give me 5 minutes to probably just brief you through this entire thing, and then of course we are open to any questions that all of you have. So these notes these are all the key features that we have, but again I'll just talk about them one by one because reading all of it makes no sense. The first feature of course is their alignment with the video lectures. Timestamps are a must because in today's date, especially when you're dealing with main videos, saving on time in the bulky main videos is always going to be the key, the prime stay for it, and we have made sure we've done that. So we've given you adequate timestamps that if you ever have to go back to any concept, you want to revise any concept, you're not lost in that entire ocean of videos as to which timestamp and video to go to. So of course that stays. Thereafter, you are also going to have a lot of integration in between these notes, which I'll tell you gradually. The notes based on all of your feedback is bulletized. Now that automatically becomes concise because the duration of our video lectures has also become 15% shorter. And as I told you last time, the 15% cut in the video lecture duration is not to do with the content being minimized. It is actually the methodology of teaching, and that has changed, which has made the bulkier lectures a little more concise. So automatically the notes become concise, and further making it bulletized. Many of you had said that because there were very lengthy sentences written and the entire concept was as it is written the way it's described in the video, it was making the notes bulky and it was making it very difficult to revise. So we've made it very bulletized, and we've made sure that you can now, if you're say a week away from the exam, if you're 2 weeks away from the exam and you want to revise a chapter or two, it becomes a lot more easier and it's going to save on your time. So bullets, just giving you a brief and zooming into 1 or 2 pages which we've got, you can see the kind of notes that have been prepared, and this of course is a single sentence. It's got arrows, it's got flowcharts, and everything that is important is also put up in a different color, which makes again your retention. And we work a lot on photographic memory, right? So that also works indirectly for that. Let me move forward, going on to the most important thing, that is mind maps and flowcharts, many of which were missing in the previous notes. Again, adding on to the bulk and taking a lot of your time in life. All of that has been settled. We've got adequate number of flowcharts and notes, and if you see around it, there's a lot of space. So if there's something that you find extra, say in a question bank, or if you find extra something in a subject wise test or a grand test and you want to add it, your sticky note or whatever you want to add or write, you have ample space that is provided, because these are single column notes and you will have left right spaces to fill up your, just like you fill up your workbooks. And I'm coming to the workbook because that is going to be something very important. But before that, going forward, the images, there is because this has been a triple checked with notes, the quality of the images has really been worked on. Reason being that we have changed the images and made them higher quality in the video lectures also, because we were dealing with animations, we were adding a lot of tech onto it. So we had to make the images high quality, and the same images which have been made high quality have been added onto your notes, which I think is so important, because I don't know if the examiner wants to give high quality images, but at least we should do our part. And the exam might have blurred photos, but at least we should not be studying from those. So we've got high quality images which will help you understand subjects like radiology, orthopedics, pathology, microbiology, where images are a mainstay for the diagnosis in a question. I think this is very important. Of course, interpretations are also going to become easier because now the images are just not high quality, but they've also got something called overlay. As you might have seen some of the video lectures which are being made available to all of you as we are closing the launch for 4th of April, when the video lectures will be available to you, you have still seen some of them, and you know that we have image overlays, which means that first the entire image will be shown to you, and then the area that you have to highlight on, which is going to be something like, you say, a buzzword in an MCQ. Similarly, that buzz area in an image which is helping you solve a question, that is going to be highlighted, and the same kind of highlighting has been done in the notes as well. Of course, all the images, as the educators have labeled them in the video lectures, they have been labeled in your notes as well. And we have made sure that, especially for subjects where images are heavy, like for my subject, say pathology or a microbiology or anat, radiology, the educators have made sure that the labelings have been double checked, triple checked, so that that should not have an error, and by no means you should be getting an image based question wrong. Now moving forward onto the important information boxes. That's a screenshot that we have from pathology lectures only. And you know, giant cells, just as an example, I wanted to show you, giant cells are one of the most important high yielding topics. So you can't just read it the way you're reading the rest of your notes. You know that you have to give it extra emphasis, and 1 or 2 questions will land up in your exam on this. So all such important things have been put into boxes, as you can see. Thereafter, if you notice, just for example, I take up the Warden-Finkelday giant cell. Ab aaye ho to pad ke jao wala scene. So Warden-Finkelday giant cell, you always know that this is seen where. So the most important buzzword has been highlighted, that it is seen in measles. But this is a pathology notes. I've made sure that I have correlated it with microbiology also, because you get a question which is interlinked, right? So you will get a history of measles and the 3 C's, and then they'll give you the Warden-Finkelday giant cell, and thereafter you will be getting the picture that you have. So this is how all the important things have been put into one place. This then becomes that one important page where all your giant cells are there. Similarly, for example, there is no session complete without this, that is the owl eye appearance. So if owl eye appearance is seen in Reed-Sternberg cell and cytomegalovirus, and that is like a question which comes in every exam, so that has been made a separate important information box, so that even if you're skipping, just scanning through pages on the last day, you don't miss out on these important boxes. Let's move forward to what is this workbook concept that has come up. We realize that students sometimes, too much of spoon feeding is also not good. While it is amazing to have printed notes, but if you have everything like 100% content written in front of you and you're not writing with your own hand, then that means somewhere the connection is not being made. You have to actually use all your senses while studying. So you're seeing a video lecture, you're listening to the educator, but till the time you're not having a pencil or pen in your hand and you're not writing on your own, this means you're not 100% involved. So of course it's not possible in the medical curriculum to sit and make a 19 subject main video notes. That's not feasible. But when you have notes, we decided that we are going to deliberately hide some information. The only reason for that is that we wanted that while you're listening, you should also try and do some fill in the blanks on your own, so that at first FOMO is real. If you know that, say, let's for example 100 lines in my workbook are missing, the FOMO will automatically make you read through the video lectures, and then you will be writing it on your own. But my advice would be, write it on the side, not on top of these empty boxes, because then later on these empty boxes can just be a kind of an active recall that you can do. So till date, I've seen a lot of students are going for two versions. They have an unannotated PDF and workbook, and then they have an annotated PDF and workbook, which just adds on to so many books which no one's ever going to get back to. So I just feel that this kind of workbook format is going to help you in doing your active recall towards the end. But don't worry, this is not that you would wonder that my entire workbook is going to come out empty. This has been limited. We have kept this workbook highlighting strip only to certain parts where we feel that you have to know this on your own, and you will get back to the video lecture and you will figure it out or answer it on yourself as to what is the answer. So that is something that is new, I would say, in these notes in comparison to the previous ones, only because we want you to get into the habit of active recall and not just listen to the educator passively. Because just on the personal front, as an advice I want to give you, passive revision is amazing because it gives your confidence boost from like a 50 to 100% immediately. But if you've not backed it up with an active recall and an active revision, then trust me, in the exam, my voice is not going to reach you. I won't be there via a video lecture to give you a hint about the owl eye appearance or Reed-Sternberg cell. It is you who will have to recall the video lecture, recall the mnemonic, and that is only possible if you've done that earlier in your preparation. So trust me, active recall is going to be very important, especially in this era of online learning. Moving forward, errors was something we own up to as well. In the previous notes, a lot of you had written to us that there were probably some spelling errors, probably there were some factual errors also, image errors. All of that has been corrected. Reason being that we've got a 3-step check this time. We've got a team of medicos who've done the check, which is a very baseline check. Then we have had 3 rounds of check by the educators themselves, and that of course because we know that even on one round I might end up missing a certain silly mistake or a spelling error or formatting error. So we've done multiple rounds of those checks at multiple intervals so that the errors to the best of human ability are eliminated, and that is something which we are which has taken a lot of our time and effort, but I hope in the end it is fruitful and it is for your benefit. So of course, all said and done from my side, the PrepLadder notes are ready, but I know I could see a few questions that are there. Before I go on to those, I think I already know the kind of questions that you have, so I'll come back to the offering that is there. But firstly, many of you will say that do you need a PrepLadder subscription to buy the notes? I mean, yes, you need to be a PrepLadder subscriber in some format before you get to the notes. You can't directly buy the notes. You could be an elite plan user, probably an MBBS first second year user. Then you could, if you've opted only for the MBBS plan, then you get access to only those notes. If you're an elite plan user, then you can upgrade and buy the notes X, which is going to be a complete version. If you ask for individual subjects, that is not possible. It is only a full set that will be given. Individual would only be possible for a particular prof, that is 1 and 2, if you are a user of only that 1 and 2 prof. Otherwise, it's a full set and an elite plan that is going to go. When do you get the notes? It is going to be the first set, which is of these subjects in front of you. This is getting dispatched on 4th of April. So this is a list of all the subjects which will be dispatched in the first round. That is ortho, PSM, ENT, anesthesia, opthal, OBGY, psychiatry, radio, derma, and pathology. So these are getting dispatched in the very first set. Then the second set that shall follow is going to be, of course, don't land into that FOMO that I've not got all my 19 books, because trust me, you're not reading it in 1 month. No one's been able to do that, not even for rapid revision, forget main videos. So the set 2 is getting dispatched on 20th of May, and all the remaining subjects shall follow thereafter. So this is how it is. No, there is no change in rapid revision, as you were asking me. Some of you have been, so that remains the same the way it is, because it was recently updated, right? So we don't want to bulk you with just throw random videos in front of you before your exam. That is going to create such a mess in your life. What is adequate has been added, and what is already updated remains as it is. So rapid revision notes and videos are exactly what was updated just 8 to 10 months ago, and I think they are good to go. Also, can you pre-book? Yes, and precisely why I'm here. Although the dispatch is going to begin for the first set on 4th of April, the pre-booking starts or has started on 20th of March. So the pre-booking offers that I'll get back to over here is this. And of course, now, while the offering is in front of you, the house is also open for any questions that you have. So I'm sorry for not taking up questions. I wanted to brief you about the notes and all the features that we've added. Now, of course, we are all good to go. Releasing version X, Dr. Sheetal, there is no delay. We had already informed, I think, over a month prior that it is going to be on April 4th, and that still remains April 4th. I mean, there is no delay. It was always planned to be on that day, right? Okay. LRR sessions are already planned, and all the dates will be out very, very soon. They are in the month of April, as all of you know. So it will be for all 19 subjects. It will be on YouTube. I think I've already given you that information, but the entire schedule and date wise that you're asking, you will get that soon. Rapid revision version X notes, rapid revisions, as I'm telling you, they are remaining the same. So there is no version X as of now. The same rapid revision notes that you had recently, which was recently updated, we don't want to change those. So close to your exam, we definitely don't want to change those. That is going to just create so much of a mess in your life, and we don't want that for you. Subject correlation, Dr. Anil, I have mentioned, it is already there. Subject correlation means that as the educator is teaching, like for example, I was showing you the measles, just a small snippet. Subject correlation is definitely there. PYQ tags are not. Okay. Right, Dr. Mansi, regarding the change in the content. See, I would always say, if I talk about my subject, it's not that the entire pathology shall change in 1 year. If I've recorded last year and I'm recording again this year, there's probably a 5 to 7% change in the content. Maybe some new questions got added. There are some updates. Like for example, recently only this month, there's an update that in sickle cell anemia, the mutation does not occur at beta 6 position. It occurs at the 7th position. I mean, that's something that was out of the blue and that came. But again, where do I add them? I add them in the notes. Does that change the notes? No, only that's an update, right? So the notes as such can always be correlated with the previous videos also. It's just that the newer videos are more concise and the methodology has changed. In terms of upgradation of content, it's always a 5%. Come on, pathology remains the same forever. Even after 10 years, your notes will be useful for you. But are there going to be updates to the extent of 5%? That shall happen every year. So you can probably correlate them with the previous version also. Nothing to worry. Okay, so will they change by 2027? No, I can't predict the future. I'm sorry. I can talk about today and past. I don't know what is going to happen in 2027, but I mean, that's something I'm totally clueless about, as much as you are. Pathology residency, no, that's not being launched. I think I've given an update on that. That is not being launched. Okay, regarding faculty changes, again, I think I have informed all of you regarding the same, and you guys are well aware of the faculties that are teaching. I've given you a brief in the version X video launch that we had. So, yeah. If you're preparing, Dr. Arshdeep, for 2027, should you do rapid revision only? No, not at all. 2027, we are currently sitting in 2025. We have, let's say, 2 years for your exam, and how many times will you do rapid revision? And why do you want to take that shortcut when you have time in hand? Ask the students who are appearing for this year, and they will say that we wish we had those 2 years and we would have done main videos. So 2 years in hand and rapid revision is a big blunder. That is not the right approach. Do your main videos, and in the last 8 to 10 months, if you've done your main videos well, then rapid revision is going to be a game changer for you in the last 8 to 10 months, but not right now. Soft copy, that will be in-app, and that will come out on 4th of April. On 4th of April, when the video lectures for version X are launched, the in-app soft copy will be there in the video lectures alongside, the way it has always been. So that is not going anywhere. Regarding 2026, Dr. Tanushree, yes, you can switch to version X. It is going to help you in clarity, because especially for the clinical subjects where a lot of 3D models have been used, instruments have been told, like just as an example, if I talk about pathology, you recently had a question in INI-CET about Sally's hemoglobinometer. So in the coming month, I'm going to add a special video in pathology where I will teach you with a real Sally's hemoglobinometer and a real RBC and WBC pipette as to what it looks like. So we've arranged instruments. I'm not just teaching you Wintrobe's tube. I'm going to show you a Wintrobe's tube. I'm not just teaching you a Westergren pipette. I'm going to show you the difference between a real Wintrobe and a Westergren pipette. So that is the kind of change that will probably not change your notes, but that will change a lot in the way you're studying and your methodology. That will help you in retaining it for a longer time. PYQ tag, no, that's not there, because PYQs are anyway present in your rapid revision tags. PYQs are anyway present in the app. So adding them once again over here was not relevant. Okay, regarding technical things on which particular device you can play it on, I think this is not the right. Someone from the tech team will be able to help you better. LRR, yes, Dr. Rahul, it is being conducted. I told you guys earlier, it's starting in April. The schedule will be out very soon, and in case you guys are suffering from the FOMO, I'll put it across to the team that in a day or two they should put it out, so that you guys can sit at ease and study at ease that yes, there is going to be an LRR. But if you can take my word on it, there is an LRR. It will be conducted in April. Clinical videos, Dr. Ishu, there is no separate section for clinical videos, but as the teachers and educators are teaching you, wherever necessary, they have incorporated those videos. Like just for example, say in ENT, while tonsillectomy is being described, a real tonsillectomy surgery is being shown by Vaishnavi ma'am. So this is how the educators have not added the bulk to your videos by giving you a separate clinical section which you have to sit and view. But as they are teaching you, it has been incorporated. So you're just finishing everything simultaneously. LRR will be in YouTube. Yes, Dr. Rahul, that is correct. What font? I think I've already shown. Yes, there is a change in the font. It's not exactly handwritten because sometimes reading that becomes difficult, but definitely a change in the font is there, which is somewhat close to a handwritten font. It is not a completely boring text font, but it's closer to a handwritten font. And these are just few snippets that we've got. We'll show you more videos. You will soon have, this is how it is for the images, and if you want to see a few more, this is how it is for biochem and other subjects. So it's closer to a handwritten form. Strategy video for July FMG, okay, that's pending from my side. I own up to it. I will work on this ASAP and I will get back to you within this week itself. Dr. Shivam, if you are reading version 6 notes and you are already well versed with it, I would not suggest you. And if you have your exam this year, don't change, because then your photographic memory doesn't work. Your visual memory is going to suffer a lot. But if you have your exam, say next year, 26, 27, then you can go in further, then read the latest. That's always the case. But if you have an exam this year, then changing your notes can be disastrous. So stick to whatever you've been reading up till now. Okay, regarding what is happening for the videos, I'm not the right person to comment to that. Let's not talk about what is happening on Telegram. I mean, that's an altogether different world. Anatomy in main videos, Dr. Azam, I think that has already been announced earlier, so that remains the same. Unboxing videos of notes. Okay, so like you guys have not received your copy, I haven't been lucky either. I have also not received my copy, Dr. Sushant. And once I do, I will put up an unboxing video, or I'm sure as soon as any faculty does, we will show you the videos, we will show you the notes, and once you're fully satisfied, then of course you can order the same. Black background is gone. Yes, Dr. Doxycycline. Don't worry, the black background is gone except for this video. But otherwise, all your video lectures which I taught you, which I told you in the previous class, the reason that the entire faculty has been working all year round is because each and every video has been recorded again, including all 19 subjects. Every video has been recorded with a white background. So of course, a lot of formatting happened, everything changed. And every video has been recorded twice over, once in English and once in English, and both of them have been recorded on a white background. So the black background for main videos is out. Again, we worked on feedback, so you told us black wasn't working, so that's out. For this video, okay, it's still black, but that doesn't matter, right? For your main videos, for your content, it is all white background. Dr. Sangmesh, microbiology system wise, yes, this was something, I think it's a very valid question. So many students asked me, wrote to me, some said that ma'am, organism wise is better, some said system wise is better. And after a lot of contemplation, system wise is something that helps second prof students, because that is how their curriculum is. Organism wise is something that helps NEET-PG, FMG and entrance exam students, because just for an example, if they want to give you a patient of diarrhea and an MCQ on diarrhea, that diarrhea could happen because of a virus, of a fungus, of a parasite, of a bacteria. Now, if you don't know the basic classification and the basic outline of these individually, how will you just put in everything under the topic of diarrhea and study it? I mean, diarrhea could happen in an HIV positive patient because of coccidian parasites. Diarrhea could happen because of E. coli and its different strains. They are totally different. One is a parasite, one is a bacteria. Your workflow will be different. For bacteria, you will use different culture media. For parasites, you will have a different way of approaching it. So after a lot of contemplation, we realized that even the Q bank is going to be organism wise. So the video lectures should also be organism wise. For the second prof students, if you're suffering system wise and you want that, then my advice is then you go in for the Prof Edge batch which is going on, because in the Prof Edge batch for second prof, I am teaching system wise also, but I did not want to change that as a sudden shift in system wise for NEET-PG, because it would have created a lot of mess. And I still personally believe that while the curriculum is okay for second year students, if you just randomly open meningitis without knowing that which bacteria, which virus and which fungus falls under which category, what culture media you use, what photos you have to know, directly reading meningitis will maybe help you solve medicine questions but will not help you solve your microbiology questions. And we are getting a good good chunk of microbiology nowadays. At least 20 questions are coming in the exam, and they are not all about clinical questions. We are getting so many questions on match the following bodies. We are getting questions as simple as a Vidal test also. We are getting questions as complicated as some new organism like erysipelothrics being given. So everything is coming from the microbiology spectrum, and that cannot be covered system wise. I'll give you a very simple example. Like all of you say that, ma'am, we are studying in integrated systems. Okay, that's a very good approach for 19 subjects, but will you ever be able to cover general path, general pharma, general surgery and your basics under it? No, something kuch na kuch reh jayega if you're doing this 10 or 12 systems. So same way I apply it to micro also. Go organism wise, you will remain more sane. OBGY faculty, a lot of questions coming on those. The team will be able to tell you on that. To be very honest, what I don't know about, or probably I'm not allowed to say about, I should not be commenting on. But I think the PrepLadder team will be the best to comment on that. LRR is going to be common, Dr. Shakti, for everyone, whether it is NEET or FMG, and that will be in the month of April, because this time all the exams happen to be coinciding together. So I think we are just running between NEET, FMG, INI all within a very short span of 1 to 2 months. So having multiple LRRs is going to be just very chaotic. So a single LRR, but we will make sure that whatever is necessary for NEET-PG and not for FMG, that is highlighted out. So don't worry about it. Version X, Dr. Sandeepan, it is launching on April 4th. That in case you need any more information, just the previous video in the live section is about the entire version X and whatever has been added and the new features coming up in it. Biochem, no. In biochem and orthopedics, there are no Hindi lectures. Of course, English lectures would only be feasible when the educator is comfortable in that particular language. And if someone is even mediocre in a particular language, it can be managed. But if someone does not know the language, then it's not possible, right? So for those two subjects, there are no English video lectures for obvious reasons. In all videos, is there version X? Yes, Dr. Sandeepan, all the 19 subjects are changing. See the very fact, and you can't even doubt us on it, because you will see that the black video version has changed to white. So obviously we didn't just change the background, and there are animations and there are videos that have been added, and clinical videos, instrument videos added. So all of that has been recorded again. They are brand new, fresh video lectures. So this means they have every update till the month of February, till the time the recordings were happening. And in fact, even last week when I saw that the sickle cell anemia update is taking up, I got the videos again removed, and I've again edited it, and I've added that update also. So it's like to the most update version that you can get, and everything has been recorded fresh for all 19 subjects. Yeah, you can... anyone who has any version of PrepLadder can, like if you have version 6, you can upgrade. Once on April 4th, it will be available. If you have an ongoing subscription, you can change in the settings to version X. That is an option. Okay, Dr. Mahendra, regarding GTs, I've noted that, and I'll give that feedback to the team so that instead of one, they can work on more, at least closer to the exam now. They can have more, GTs for you guys. Soft copy will be in-app like it is going right now, Dr. Ajit, and that will be available with the video lectures on 4th of April. Previous LRR not required, Dr. Sneha. I think now that the LRR is happening on YouTube, it is happening very shortly. Why waste your time in watching two LRRs? Because anyway, when it will happen in April, you will have a FOMO that this is happening right now and I should view this before the exam. So then don't waste your time watching multiple LRRs. Watch your rapid revision videos, do your Q-Bank, do your GTs, and when the LRR starts in April, just go with that cycle. My personal advice to you. PDF of notes, no, that is not possible. Even without sharing, there is so much of a problem of leaking and everything. If we start sharing, then we can't even imagine what's going to happen. So it will be in-app, but it will not be shared separately. Should I start version X, doctor is asking, or targeting aims November 25? I mean, right now, I don't want to waste your time till April 4th, because I can understand with an exam this year, every day counts. So at least for the shorter subjects, or the subjects where you feel that you are mediocre and confident in some way, you can study those till 4th of April, and after 4th of April you're anyway having access to the version X videos. In case you're doing rapid revision, if that is your mainstay for your study preparation, then you start off with rapid revision right away, because those videos shall remain the same. But in case you're waiting for main videos, then for these, say 10 to 15 days, you go in for the, say, 2 subjects you'll finish, one week each. You can do that from version 6, and on April 4th you can switch to version X and then go for the rest of the subjects from there. Just don't waste those 2 weeks, is what I'm wanting to tell you. Don't keep waiting and anticipating that I'll start studying on April 4th. Don't do that, because 2 weeks in the end, trust me, count a lot. New notes are better or same? I think, Dr. Daksh, we've just discussed that over the last half an hour. My personal opinion, they're better. Not being biased just because we have worked on these, but having seen the entire process, they are better. I was only there last year telling you about the previous version notes, so I have actually received first-hand feedback from students in the comments, on Telegram, and so many students over the year have written. Every feedback has been forwarded to the team. The team has received separate set of feedbacks. So each of that has been worked upon, and whatever snippets I showed you, I think you can see that change automatically. There is no long paragraph written. There is no 2-column notes making it bulky. It is very bulletized, flowcharts, mind maps, something like a workbook fashion that I've told you, which is going to make your retention a lot easier. So when will the notes be released? I've told you, hard copy 4th of April, the first set will be dispatched, and soft copy comes with the video launch on 4th of April. That is in-app soft copy. How to prepare for third year, Dr. Anil? Be in the moment is my advice to you, that if you're in your third year, first don't mess out on third year. First finish your third year subjects. And in the third year, don't go retrograde that now let me cover first, second and third year. I would say go forward. Final year is going to fall on you like a big rock. So my advice is that in third year, try to start viewing. If you have time after studying for third year subjects, start viewing the final year videos. Those bulky medicine, surgery, OBGY videos, which no one can finish just in 1 year of final year. Start viewing those videos from third year so that your load is a lot lesser when you reach final year. Self-made notes versus version X notes, Dr. Sampson, it is a very, very personal choice. If you have the speed, the time and the energy to make your own notes, I still say that while promoting Notes X, I still say there is nothing that can beat self-made notes. But that requires discipline, a lot of time. If you're doing it with your internship, it is impossible to make self notes. So a lot of factors come into the fact that when you're doing self-made notes, what I would suggest to you is that you take up the printed notes, and I would have done that because I used to do that. So that's, I'm telling you from a student's perspective and not an educator. Like if there's a 20-page chapter, I used to make sure that I get this really big white color chart paper kind of a sheet, not a regular A4 sheet, but an A3 or a little bigger sheet. And I used to make a 1 or 2 page summary of that chapter. That used to be my own set of notes. But only I could understand those notes because I had written such short forms and bullets in it that I had concised a 20-page chapter into it. So my advice is you keep the notes which are printed, you study from them, and then you make a mind map or a summary of yours that on the last day, say 21 chapters in pathology, you should have maximum 45-50 pages in which pathology is done. And for that, you don't have to depend on anyone else. That is your personal mind map that you are making. And trust me, once you make that, no one can beat. No mind map in the market can beat it. Because that is so customized and so personalized, and you have made it that, trust me, it's going to get you the best results. Okay, topics for which Robbins is to be read for PG prep. I've taken care of that in the video lectures. If you're an intern, don't go back to Robbins, although it's an amazing book. But Path is not the only subject that you have to study. So you have 19 subjects to study. If you start reading Robbins, then you will never be able to finish your syllabus. Just a very honest advice. So go back to Robbins where you don't understand a concept. Don't read Robbins start to end in internship. That time was second year. If you missed out on it, never mind, you will get time later on. Robbins stays with you irrespective of your residency. Robbins and Harrison's are 2 books which stay with you irrespective of whichever branch you choose in life. So you will get that time to read it again. Right now, only go to it if you have a concept error. Okay, so I think we are settled with this. Version X is better or RR videos for NEET-PG 25. Dr. Aditya, right now, I don't think you have that much of time to go through the main videos of version X, because on April 4th, if it is launched and June 15th, your exam is there, I don't think you will be able to even do too many revisions of rapid revision. You need to be very, very smart at this point of time. You cannot even think of going in for main videos in 2.5, 3 months. Not possible. Go for the rapid revision videos, supplement it very well with your Q bank, with your your previous year questions, give as many grand tests as possible, and just limit yourself to this circle. Don't think of doing main videos right now, because A, you won't be able to finish it, and B, if you have superpower, then you finish it. You will never be able to revise it. 3 months, no one has been able to do main videos plus revision plus QBank. Humanly not possible. Okay, so I think we are settled. Okay, Dr. Sangmesh, how to prepare for fourth prof alongside study for PG. If you're preparing for fourth prof, you are studying for PG only, because fourth prof is medicine, surgery, OBGY, peds, and all the shorter subjects. So this is not something separate. If you're studying for fourth prof, you're studying from the video lectures, you're preparing for NEET-PG. In your fourth prof, don't try to come back to a path or a micro, my advice. If you get time, what you can do or what you're wanting to do, I understand, is like, say for example, you're doing cardiology in medicine, then pick up the cardiology in pathology rapid revision and finish it off. If you're studying infectious diseases in medicine, then pick up the bacterial infections in microbiology rapid revision and finish off. You can't do final prof plus NEET-PG preparation plus main videos of path and micro. Then you have to go for rapid revision in that situation. Should we do GTs from multiple sources? Dr. Sneha is asking. Yeah, guys, I mean, video one source, notes one source, QBank one source, but GT, any number of sources that your mind can accommodate. I always say that everything is single source, but grand tests and mock tests, the more the better. That is going to make you so used to giving a test that the final exam day will seem like a mock test. So that is only possible if you condition yourself in that manner. More pictures of new notes, Dr. Praveen. Right now I don't have them. These are the ones that I had got for all of you. But what I'll do, I'll tell the team to put out a special video, a short video of 3 to 4 minutes, where all the new features and pages of the copies of these workbooks can be shown to you, so that you guys have more clarity. Okay. The anesthesia, Dr. Patra, the anesthesia lectures have changed. Right, so now they are a lot more advanced. Go through them in version X, you would probably know. Dr. Wajid has put in a lot of effort in making those videos with a lot of models and props that have been used, so they've become a lot more interesting. A lot of instruments have been explained, so they're a lot better. Take my word on that and just go through them in version X once. More samples of notes. Noted, guys. Abhi I don't have, sorry, but I will tell the team to give it to you ASAP within 3 or 4 days, so that you have more clarity, you can see more pages, you can get full satisfaction on what the notes quality is before you order. But I'll put that up to the team and they'll put out a separate video, don't worry. You don't have to make your own notes for it, Dr. Daksh. Whatever is coordinated has been mentioned, so don't worry. I think, yeah, we are settled. Regarding OBGY faculty, I've already told you guys, the team shall update you on that. Sorry, there are some things which I have half information about. I do not like putting out half information, whether it is my subject or whether it is otherwise. So anything that is where I'm not, having the complete loop of information, I don't think. Half knowledge is dangerous. So I don't want to say anything on that, but yeah, whatever the changes are or not there, the team will let you know very soon, very, very soon. Okay, so congratulations, Dr. Simi, on the FMG result. Who have previous notes, stick to them. Yeah. Don't FOMO. FOMO to ye har saal naye notes aayenge na. If you have an exam in 3 months and right now you change your notes, I mean, will you be able to read the new notes? Why do you want to fall into that trap? Don't. I'm not even telling you to fall into that trap. So if you have an exam in 2 months, 3 months, these notes are not for you. This is obviously for students who are targeting exams after it, because these are main video notes. If these would have been rapid revision notes, I would have told you, okay, khareed lo and you have 3 months, go through them. These are main video notes. This is not for a student who has an exam in 3 months. NEET-PG advice for first year. Nothing, chill. Chill in life. Anat, physio, biochem, and your world should not be beyond that in studies. Your world should be beyond that in a lot of other ways. You've just given NEET UG, you've struggled a lot. Relax, breathe. live life a little, focus on your 3 subjects. Your world is just 3 subjects and nothing. Come join such videos, join such live classes, look at how other people are panicking and having palpitations, but just have that with popcorn, because your time will come. Right now is not your time, okay? Microbio book for second year, Dr. Aditya, we've been discussing this in the Prof Edge classes. It could be, I mean, it's totally up to you. We have couple of books, Dr. Anantara and Dr. CP Baveja. So again, that depends on what is being followed in your hospital, in your medical college, because mostly professors have this favorite textbook and then they set the paper from that textbook. So also do find out what is being followed in the class lectures, prof lectures in your college, and then go by that. System wise, Dr. Saran, I think for everyone asking, I have already mentioned this in depth. I am dealing with system wise in Prof Edge where it is required. For NEET-PG, FMG, INI-CET, organism wise still remains the best way of going ahead with it, and that is how it shall be. No, Dr. Anup, it is not my birthday, nowhere close to my birthday. How to start final prof preparation with PrepLadder? Just click on the video and start. There is no out of the box strategy that I can tell you. Medicine, surgery, gynae, peds, in that order. Just start and keep certain days, 2 days of the week for medicine, 2 days for surgery, 2 days for OBGY. Keep going in that pattern and yeah, just start, because the bulk is obviously there. No matter how much short content we might make, these subjects are bulky. They will be bulky even in their shortest format, they will be bulky. So just start without thinking is my only advice to you, and supplement it with QBank. Simple रखना है, कुछ ऐसा out of the box. Sometimes when students ask me, what should my strategy be, कुछ ऐसा strategy है नहीं final prof के लिए. Start with your video lectures, supplement it with your QBank, and that's where the strategy ends. Keep it simple, keep it basic, and then you'll see the result will be good. Right. So LRR starting April 11th, if I know correctly. But again, the final timetable will be given to you very shortly. My classes will be somewhere around April 18th, and yeah, 2 days pathology LRR, 2 days microbio LRR, just like it always was always. I think last time we had 1 micro LRR, so this time we have 2, because any number is not okay for micro, but 2 for patho and 2 for micro. Do I start pathway in first year? Nahi. Again, first year, just relax. ये video बंद कर दो. This is not where you have to be. Just focus on your first year. और आगे पीछे का कुछ नहीं सोचना. So yeah, I think we are, no, there is no way of viewing the notes offline. And with that, I think we are done with our questions for the day. Any other questions which I must have missed? So firstly, sorry. And secondly, if you have any more questions which I can answer, just tag me in the comments below. I'll get back to it. If you think the team is going to answer it because it's something related to sales or technical or discount offers or something on that terms, you can just tag PrepLadder team and someone from their team will get back to you. So just put it in the comments and within 24 hours, we'll be getting it back, right? Rapid revision is enough for NEET-PG. This though I think I have openly and very honestly said multiple times. Rapid revision, ये नहीं बोला मैंने कि rapid revision is enough for NEET-PG. I said rapid revision plus QBank plus grand test. That is enough for NEET-PG. Rapid revision alone is not enough for NEET-PG. फिर अगर सिर्फ notes पढ़ के जाना है तो फिर तो main videos are also not enough. Rapid revision plus QBank plus GTs. GTs at least 2 weekly. If you're good with handling GTs, closer to the exam weekly कर देना, but अभी 2 weekly and मतलब once in 2 weeks and QBank and rapid revision, then it's enough. Okay, yeah, so done I think. LRR multiple times answered. It's in April, it's on YouTube, it's for all 19 sessions in 19 subjects, and now I'll wrap up. So thank you so much guys for joining in and feedback taken, and I've noted everything. Also, you will soon get a video regarding the notes to give you more examples of pages that are there so that you can have more snippets, and then you can decide for yourself regarding the version X notes, right? Okay. Thank you so much for joining in. Study well. All the very best.